living up to that.
Zipline Mafia are going to take that Void Nexus below JD Gaming, so perhaps that will turn attention to For Fun on their rotation in. It's really going to depend where Zipline Mafia go for how this fight plays out. And that there is an option for Zipline Mafia to try and stay as low and quiet as possible. But they don't have the same kind of coverage that For Fun and JD currently have.
Yeah, difficult for Zipline Mafia here to find a space that's safe. The Void passage through that staircase will help them, but now you can see how easy these shots should be to hit here for Floating. Zipline Mafia in the open. We've seen one banger nade. Will this be the next? Yes, it will. WeQ down. And Floating is taking this game over. He's already got 8.
Now they have to start thinking about For Fun, though. I know they haven't quite eliminated Zipline, but Floating still has eyes on the prize. Now it's a straight 3v3.
Floating hitting shots already. However, it's Cinetic who takes down Naughty. Shubi falls as well. It's all up to Floating. He can't clutch. As For Fun Esports will win game number 1 here on E-District.
Nax says, keep it calm, keep it calm. It is just match 1, but it is a very important match 1 to get under your belt.
Look at the way that RRQ make this move, though, with Strafing Flame being on the Rave. It's going to be able to try to get the climb up here. There is another team right above them, but it's really important with Pricey being able to get that knock. Oh? They get to fully extend on this, even with the Sear Tech behind them, though. They're getting stared down by the other team across the way.
Flat, and everyone just immediately like, nah, I don't think we're getting away with that. Knocks through the portal, behind VP. The RE45 does enough damage. We go for a clean reset, and we have to move with RRQ to the other side. Vicky, it's about to be so exciting.
But look how important Drop's exhibit is. He gets all the information. Look at the beamage of the RE45. The gold extended energy mag here. They know where everybody is. Last 4 squads left.
Virtus Pro has been eliminated, and now Kenotrope. Can they defend? Bubble is down, the wall is there, and Nock doesn't even care. Firing through the wall. Zipline Mafia are down. Will Kenotrope follow?
Can they hear with our last 2 squads, though? It's going to be DCG versus DK now, with Nock being so low. Keon going down. The ring was his demise. DCG move up. They take the portal. Last squad, 6 KP for Drop and Revolve. Get the clutch and the win. The melee coming through to secure the dub.
Deep Cross Gaming. What a stellar performance. The fact they hold on to that.
Good work again from TIE, though. They push up, they get aggressive, and they've already removed one. Aurora now look like they're going to struggle with this one. It's just down toward Rain.
But you see E36 take the opportunity now to void passage up using the ulti-Qs. Hold on. To get involved in this fight, and that forces TIE back. RRQ now watching all of this and thinking, this is our chance to strike.
Suddenly this is a 2 versus 2 versus 1. There is not one full team right now.
Back to the low ground, E36. Should be able to get a reset. RRQ, the baseball bat to the back of the head. It's gonna hurt. That's TIE gone.
Aurora trying to get a full res as well, dropping down to Moby, seeing if maybe Effect can get back into the map, but E36 and RRQ perhaps are not going to allow this. It's E36 who have the most in terms of players up here.
RRQ are playing for second. They get second, and now it's a 2v3. E36 versus RRQ. Shield swap maybe for Strafing Flame. He gets it. It becomes interesting, but Strafing Flame takes damage. CNEP now looking to peek with that R9. It's all about timing the swing here for E36. One player remaining. Easy flash dealt with. E36 will win here.
E36 put their first win of the tournament on the board.
You can see how close these teams are to each other. And with 12 squads remaining, it's no surprise Naughty somehow scarpers away on the Gibraltar. Finally, JDG will go down. A Zipline Mafia now hold one of the best places. PXX will be out next.
With this many teams alive, it's very difficult to stay healthy as a full 3. You have to be available to try and do it as a duo at times. E36 find themselves in a strong position, though, I will say. Shopify Rebellion go down in 10th.
Bubble comes in from Kurev to try and work their way through the defensive bombardments raining down. Gen G and Shopify have fallen. And now it's going to become the skies becoming dark. as they will be fueled by defensive bombardments from Gibraltar's on purple perks, and Valkyrie's trying to navigate it.
Wolves have the only rampart in the lobby, by the way. I wonder if this Sheila can do some damage here in the late game to some of these Newcastle Castle Wolves.
TIE eliminated. And Wolves, of course, who dropped at Sommers, rewarded for watching the games back and seeing where those zones were going. But can they make the most of it? 7 squads remaining. Zipline Mafia and RRQ having a little bit of a fight here. NIP takes some damage. Cole last alive, playing behind those knockdowns and trying to do what he can to survive. He'll hit a big beam. He'll hit a second. But is it too much to ask? Ninjas in pajamas are down. Top 5 now as Wolves move in with that Mastiff.
These are where the power boosters are so important as well. Getting bubble after bubble after bubble as another one comes out for Wolves. Kinatrope out in 5th as E36, they go up into the skies.
And it's for fun again, involved in the end game. Cinetic down, being dragged back to his feet by the Newcastle, but they get absolutely swarmed. Zipline Mafia against Wolves in the end game here. WeQ finds one, Zipline Mafia clutch up in the final moments here. And the Cinderella story continues for Zipline Mafia.
They're hiding behind these walls. Zainu takes it off angle. They didn't see him. They were fixated right in front of them. That was only up to No Name. He just gets sandwiched though. But the fact that No Name gets this knock is great. He's dancing around the pony. Seeing that they just got the rest, this is very bad news for Shopify. He even gets a shield swap. And Phony, where are you going? Back to the lobby, apparently, as Shopify get eliminated.
And Wolves with the reset. Crazy Kong on the Newcastle. That is the best plays you could have done to keep the team in the fight. No Name, infinite ammo upgrade going hard. And now with the Valk, maybe we're taken to the sky to look for that info as Wen and Crazy Kong can play oversight, but RRQ are still alive on the south, controlling this space. Missile swarms incoming.
With No Name taking to the sky on the Valkyrie. He's got 5 KP, by the way, to his name in this game alone. He gave the information to the rest of Wolves, and they have the high ground. They know where E36 is coexisting right underneath to their bottom right. And RRQ are praying that Wolves and E36 fight each other first so that way they can 3P and win this game.
And RRQ, a Valkylt to the sky. Wolves staring directly at them. For now, they want to force Enter Force 36 into it. Strafing takes entirely too much damage. If your Newcastle goes down here, the fight may be over.
Now trying to hail from above with the way that just is able to get this knock out the strafing though. E36 still staying alive while Wolves and RQ are trying to coexist right underneath each other. With Wolves being on the top, you see another one now skyrocket themselves with E36 taking it off angle, but with Wolves fighting this knockout to Ubli, they have the advantage slowly as Wolves are looking to roar from the high ground. They come slamming down with the Newcastle. They need help. They try to find this isolated fight. The Valkyrie versus Crazy Kong, but he's got the Youngster and he gets the dub as Wolves take game number 5. This could just easily be a shakeup within the top 3 in the overall standings after these 6 games. Seeing how now the blast zone's closing in right behind their backs, it's time for TIE to make a move.
And RRQ and Dinos are 5 points away on the leadership. First through 7th, and Keon, the Sheila in hand. We're just gonna keep on going. Don't mind me, I'll leave this here. I mean, they're the only duo in the lobby, and TIE about to be out if they don't hold on.
They have to work with what they got. With the fact that they don't have their rate, that's very detrimental too. It's not like they're going to have a portal. It's not like they're going to have stall potential when the final ring does close in. But after getting that knock originally from the other side here, TIE is in a lot of trouble. GK are giving them the other half of the sandwich. While Dinos is looking at them. RRQ now move up. TIE get eliminated. Last 3 squads. And Dinos lose out on their fuse.
But they need to get a reset, and they do. They're back up, and now setting their sights onto RRQ. But can they hold both teams at bay? They have found themselves in the center. Dropped has no wall in the back pocket, so he wants to let this fight go down.
Kiana's having way too much fun, but this is the presence you have to show off when you're down to a duo. Chaos now taking a flanking angle off the Watson. He's setting up the perimeter. This is so smart. They're wrapping up behind drop. He doesn't know. He puts on the wall to his left. They're looking at RRQ. RRQ's also having a great game, but not getting the KP they need. They have the placements. They may move up as Dinos now fully send it onto the duo. They want to be able to get double top 2 here. GK now down to a solo. It's just the Rampart. RRQ was able to find drops. J Future though taking the slow alongside DJ and feeling a rather chaos here. And with Dino having their POI advantage, they are your Game 6 winners with 14 KP.
26-point game. We take that all day. You see the celebrations from the boys with Kashera in the back. Incredibly proud of what you're able to achieve.
F-Chan's gone down. JDG are making the play here to try and swing and clean this side of zone onto TIE, but the Newcastle wall, the Rampart walls make it so difficult to do. Damadao with the Kraber in his hands, but only 2 bullets to work with. He wants to peek and see if he can pick up a big shot. But KNC cannot connect quite now.
That's probably the one team you don't want to be looking at here.
Sheila!
NIP are not the focus if you are going to drop. You've got to worry about GK because Sheila is here reigning supreme.
NIP now make their move though. JDG, 2 of them will fall to Cole and Vayne. The piercing spikes go out. JD Gaming will follow. And the last team's remaining right below where NIP find themselves. The Dark Veil will cut off the zone as NIP wait for GK and TIE to do the heavy lifting.
It's just patience, but GK, there's a Wraith behind. It's a portal that could change things.
But Cole's aware. And with TIE falling, the piercing spikes go down again. It's a matter of time here, surely, for NIP to make the most of the zone. The most of the opportunity as Strop goes down. Ninjas in pajamas come to life.
And they get that win that they so desperately needed here, and they push themselves up into those qualification spots. 4th place NIP now hold. And ever since they had that northern side, it was as simple as just being patient as always with Apex Legends.
JD Gaming will follow. Shubi the last player standing, no name by the way, with the Kraber, hits one onto Zainu.
Oh, no.
And that opens things up. There's the catwall, but GK are in front of them. Nox in front of them, Nox gets down!
And now No Name can use this to his advantage as the rest of the team pushes through. GK gonna try and utilize Newcastle to get back up. But actually, Wolves, they benefit from this heavily as GK Esports eliminated. Shopify go down as well. That Kraber crucified them.
DCG jump out in the zone, trying to hit a late evac, trying to do a little bit of lamppost dancing. No Name, waiting for the opportunity to strike everyone. He's going up into the skies! But if you go up, you've got to come back down. Zipline Mafia eliminated, 4 squads remaining, and this is the No Name show.
Absolute carnage, no defensive legends, no walls to work with, really.
He's on his own!
It's all down to No Name. Last 3 teams.
I'd say there's no chance, but I've thought that about 3 or 4 times in this game. Caustic has a problem. Synap tries to pull behind him, has to jump into the void. Gets 2nd place. Oh, but with 3 alive, there's no chance for No Name. As Relove will win it, but boy, was that a hell of a game for Wolves as well.
That was a 1v1 at the end. It was a 1v1v1 in the end. We had Wraith, Axel. But DCG put up a win.
For fun at their backs. Ninjas in pajamas on the low ground fighting Deep Cross Gaming. They grab the knock onto one. Xiaoqi here. And they hold steady behind the wall, throwing the caustic barrel on him. Here comes Kinatrope for the 3rd party.
Welcome to the Dutch oven. Cole putting down the barrels, dancing around the Newcastle wall. Vayne looking behind him on the Wraith as DCG fall. 7 squads left. Cole has had one heck of a performance until now where NIP get eliminated. KNC keep themselves up. That's all still alive for right now, but Wolves, they're out for blood. They're hungry. 6 squads left looking down at 4 fun.
And JD Gaming, you saw Naughty there disappear back into the building for a reset. And as Wolves cover the piercing spikes to prevent Synap, I feel like we should be... No, he stood out! It's Easy Flash who finds him.
It's Freak AP, but he lived, and that is what matters when it's so close to the top. So close for our top 6 right now, RRQ. No one to look at them. Wolves get eliminated for fun, really. Only have to worry about RRQ as they face off against each other on the south side, and Kinotrope trying to dive it on to JD Gaming.
And it's all about who gets sent first. And this infinite ammo behind the amped cover of Easy Flash. He's on path. He's going for the zip. He's going for JDG.
Oh, what an aggressive play from Easy Flash. It cost his life. Was it going to be worth it here? Now Strafing Flame taking the portal here. The rest coming in from Nags. Fawn now trying to stay in this fight in the last two squads as JD Gaming go out, and so does Fawn now as they are your Game 9 winners. They moved up. The patient play was immaculate. Now they're sitting in second place in the overall standings with that performance alone.
NIP is 6th place with 75 points. And as we approach the end of our final game in the Survival Series, Vayne lays siege, puts the portal at their feet.
The threat right now for NIP being Dinos, I mean, they're stuck with their backs against the walls, but NIP trying to make a play for this. They look up at Shopify, and now they know that their attention is split between 2 teams, but NIP are feeling pressure. Shopify could help them if only looks at this direction, but Dinos are also harassing them with Vayne, having the Kraber in their hand. Oh my god, the collide! Are you kidding me? Oh, DJ's out, and so is Dinos, and any chance of them making it into that next round.
To the final 3 teams we go. Shopify, they drop down 64 points.
Hold?
I'm holding.
64 points of difference. Is 6th place, is 77 with GK. Vayne now moves up. Alternator, Kraber in hand. He goes out. Shopify now down to 1. Dinos 1 shot. Last 3 squads. PXX move up. They're looking to take the jump. Shopify get eliminated. No chance here.
To the final 2.
It.
This is the last fight, and PXX are your champions, but unfortunately the top 6 is locked.
Knowing that only 6 would find a way to the mountaintop, at least a chance to climb it with tomorrow's greatest day in esports, as I have liked to call our match point finals. 6 teams have just moved on, but it was without any hesitation that they said they could do it. Anyone in this lobby had that opportunity. But of course, it means despair is on the other side of those who will not be joining us.
And you can see right there, the top 6 teams that will be heading to the match point finals. But I got one question for you, Snipe, in regards to Team RRQ. Have you seen enough from that squad to possibly see them lift that trophy tomorrow and take home $600,000?
Yeah, I mean, this team has had, they've been in the grand finals multiple times, this exact roster, and we know how Strafing Flame has been. They've had multiple chances to win some tournaments in the past, but I think what I've seen is that they have the capability to dominate a lobby and get top 2, or they end up in the bottom 3 to 4 and end up completely, fluking out. And I think that's just one of those teams where you don't know what to expect. I think Strafing might be the only competitor here that says, we're okay with losing. I have not heard anyone that would say that on that stage. So, I mean, maybe that takes the pressure off of them and makes it feel, like a little more natural. Yeah, maybe that's their own way of thinking, let's just have some fun. Let's go out there, do what we do best and see what happens. And, when it's flow state, it's flow state. We see how well they do. And when it's not going well, it seems like they have trouble finding a way to get out of that. So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow. But, I mean, who knows? We'll wait.
I mean, even then, 50 placement point is absolutely crazy. That means you're pretty much in every single end game at some point, whether that be in top 5, whether that be in top 3 or 2. You're still hitting every end game. So they know how to play the zone and having good macro in this lobby. But can that, can they keep that form up for tomorrow? Because those are 15 or those are 14 other teams that you have to adapt to their macro, their play style, and how they play.